What is going on? Good people. It is time once again for another review. Talking Survivor Series this time, going back to WWE Survivor Series 2018, in a show that I actually thought was pretty good. After kind of revisiting the show and uh, skimming through it a little bit more, because I felt like last night, yes, I was focused on kind of watching the War Games match because I hadn't finished that particular match. But for the most part, I had watched this. The show was on. It was kind of in the background. I was watching it. I was glancing back and forth with it. But I don't think it was. Overall, I don't think Survivor Series was that bad. It had some good matches in it. I don't want to get too much into the actual factuals, the specifics of it. But overall, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. The Survivor Series matches were Survivor Series matches. I really don't even know what they could do to make those like exciting. Like they're like the same thing. Every year they're the big thing that draws you to Survivor Series, but at the same time, you know, last couple of years they've kind of been kind of they kind of it kind of been kind of like uh it also felt like, and I may be opposite on this, I can't remember, but didn't Raw have like a 7-1 win at the end or whatever? Like did they not, or was it tied like they always do? And
It was a clean sweep.
was it okay? I was okay. Maybe I was like, because I don't even notice it until somebody had brought it up on Facebook, and I was like, what? Do they hate SmackDown that much? Maybe it's because they're going to get rid of the brand split, and they had to have Raw reign supreme because Raw. LOL. I don't get it, honestly. Why would you have a sweet like it's supposed to be like, the brand's supposed to be equal. SmackDown ain't supposed to be the B show anymore. But anyway, Casey, overall thoughts on the Survivor Series?
Um, the matches were okay. Um, wasn't anything that really jumped out at me as like, oh my god, this is awesome. Uh, but just overall, I guess, like we were kind of talking about there. And it was funny because Sunday night, like I was at training and we were doing training, and then we would take a break and watch a little bit of Survivor Series, then get back into training, and then at the end we watched a little bit more of Survivor Series. And we were all talking about how SmackDown should win because SmackDown needs the ratings and everything like that, and then they just completely sweep SmackDown and Raw wins everything, and it's like, how like even if even if they are getting rid of the brand split, which I'm not even 100% sure they're doing, there's just rumors out there. I'm not sure. That still doesn't help you because you still, even if you're not doing the brand split, you still have Raw and SmackDown, and you still want both of them to have good ratings. So why would you have one completely sweep the other? It just doesn't make sense to me at all. Um, and I'm not sure what they could do with the Survivor Series match in general to kind of spice it up, just because it's its own thing and you can't really change much about it and without making it not a Survivor Series match anymore. The one thing that I didn't like is we had the U.S. champion versus the Intercontinental champion. We had tag team champions versus tag team champions. We had the United States champion versus WWE champion. And they always talk up how this is the one night of the year Raw and SmackDown go head to head, but none of the titles are up for grabs. So why do I even care? Like, like, there's no point. Like, there's no chance for the Intercontinental title to switch shows and the U.S. title to switch shows. There's no chance for the Universal title and the WWE title to switch shows. Why do we care? If it just, I don't know. That's one thing I don't like about it. Don't build up that it's the one night of the year that Raw and SmackDown face each other if there's really not that much up for grabs. Oh, bragging rights, okay, whatever. But I don't know.
I could agree with that. moving on. I don't know if you watched the pre-show, but they did have the 10-on-10 tag team elimination Survivor Series match on the pre-show. I saw this and I thought it was from last year because I think somebody put a picture up of it or something like that. And I thought it was from last year because they had like Primo and Epico in it, and I'm like, I ain't seen them in like years. So yeah, like I was like, well, all right. But I mean, I didn't watch it, so it was just kind of there. I don't understand. It's weird because they moved the show. This match was only 18 minutes. They could have easily put this on the actual show because the show was 3.5 hours anyway. But they moved the show to 7 o'clock to pretty much not add anything to it. And that, to be honest, that's not a bad thing. It's not. I don't mind being able to like end the show early, right? Like I don't necessarily mind that. I just thought it was weird that this is the big Survivor Series, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna put the tag team one, like which was like the big deal last year because it was the first one ever. I think, and then the women's was the first one ever, so it was like, oh my god! And then this year they're like, you know what? But on the bright side, at least they didn't put the cruiserweight championship on the pre-show. But it would have made more sense on the pre-show because it doesn't go with the Raw and SmackDown theme because they just kind of in their own little bubble over here. But anyway, I'm gonna drop my phone. Moving on to the main show, the 5-on-5 Elimination Survivor Series Women's Tag Team match. It was Team Raw, which was Mickie James, Nia Jax, Tamina, Bayley, and Sasha. Tamina. Sorry, and Sasha Banks going up against Naomi, Carmella, Sonya Oscar and Mandy Rhodes. Sorry, I still don't like Sonya Deville. I apologize. I really do. I really do apologize. Team Raw won this. I mean, we all talked about it before. Team Raw won all these matches. Nia Jax did some sort of weird like semi-turn in the middle of this match. Cause I feel like that's all she does in these matches. She like does some sort of random turn, and then we're like, well, all right then. Cause did she do this last year too? Did she turn or something last year? She do something crazy last year?
I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to Raw or SmackDown, but from what they said, I guess Tamina and she and Tamina are like a team or something like that. Tamina and Nia are like a team, and
Well,
I'm what?
I see, and I haven't either. So I was confused on the why. Before she hated Mickie James and Alexa Bliss, then she was hugging on Mickie James. Then at the end, she was hugging on Alexa Bliss, and I'm like, what? Huh? I was confused. I mean, but this match wasn't too bad. Tamina, she did, so I just, and at least Sony didn't change the punches up a little bit, so I ain't mad, because at first, she had, she had them WWE 2K punches. I'm glad she changed that. But anyway, Casey, thoughts on the women's match? I did think it was kind of weird that it started the show. I get it that they want to space them out, but this was such a big deal last year once again, and they're like, you know what? Just start the show with it. Instead of starting the show with the cruiserweight, something that's high flying and exciting and gets people going. But that would be logical. Casey.
Yeah, that's and that's like the logic and like the structure of a good show. You start off strong, and you end strong. And I'm not saying this wasn't a good match. I'm not saying it was either. I'm just saying it's in that limbo area where I was confused about a lot of things. And this is again, and I feel like, people probably watch our show and they're like, they just hate the main roster. They love NXT. They're always talking about. But again, NXT, we haven't been watching NXT for the past couple weeks because of the Mae Young Classic. But on TakeOver, they did enough recapping that, even if you weren't sure what was going on, they recapped everything. They reminded you. They let you know what was going on. Main roster does not do that on these pay-per-views. So there were things in this show and not even just in this match that I was like, wait, what? When did this what? Huh? Hold up. Um and it's a simple thing. It's a simple thing. You know, they have enough filler in these pay-per-views anyway with backstage interviews that we don't necessarily need. They could throw in a video package or something to kind of recap things
That
to
was weird. I mean, and I get it. It's a Raw versus SmackDown thing, so there's not a lot of build up between it. Um, so there's a little bit of a difference there, but still, like, there wasn't any like video packages or anything like that. It felt like in this show, it was
yeah,
just like next match.
yeah. But yeah, I thought the match was okay. Again, nothing too great about it. I do think that the cruiserweight title match should have started off the show because that was a really good match. I thought, um, and I haven't really been watching 205 Live either. But my boy Buddy Murphy, he the champ.
But they had a video package for that, right? If I'm not
What?
mistaken, I'm pretty sure they had a video package for that.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Which made me more excited for the match because I was like, you know
Exactly.
what? Okay, I haven't watched 205 Live, but dang on, I know the storyline. I know what's going on. But
Exactly.
anyway, the simple thing. The simple things. Um, this match right here, this next match we had was weird because Dean Ambrose didn't get involved in any way or shape or form. I'm just saying, like Dean Ambrose should not care about Raw, SmackDown supremacy. Um, he should only care about what's going on with him and Seth Rollins. And I thought it was weird that he didn't get involved at all in this match. It was a good match, though. I thought it was a good match. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura, Intercontinental Champion versus U.S. Champion. And I think this is one of those things, and we talked about it before. We talked about guys who could like elevate the mid card, who could elevate these titles, and I think these are two guys who really could. With Seth Rollins being a guy who's been in the main event before, Shinsuke in the same breath has been in the main event before. I definitely think this was good. I thought it was a good match. I love the little ending sequence. The ending sequence was really good. Um, but I think I thought it was weird, especially today being Monday and seeing Raw and seeing how like kind of intense that feud is. I wouldn't think that this show would necessarily like I didn't think it would stop Dean Ambrose from getting involved in some form or fashion in this match. I just thought it was kind of weird. Plus, if I, for example, if I and maybe I'm wrong, but if I'm a guy who only watches SmackDown pay per views because I love SmackDown, I think Raw sucks. This would be a good way of getting people to be like, oh, you should watch TLC. I think it's a Raw pay per view. Oh, you should watch TLC because I mean, I know they did that with the little teaser that they're gonna have a match after the match, but still, I mean, but Seth Rollins won, and I think Shinsuke should have won personally. Um, I kind of like the Raw clean sweep type thing, but or one way clean sweep because it always feels like it goes back and forth. Or somebody goes up three, the next matches they win three, and then the tiebreaker is at the end or whatever. But still, like I don't know, I liked it. I thought it was a good match nonetheless. Casey, thoughts on Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura and no Dean Ambrose to boot?
Um, I like this match. I liked, obviously these two are really good workers in the ring. This was one of the matches that we got to watch with our trainer, so um, he was talking about certain things that we kind of were able to pick up on more. So that was kind of cool. But I definitely like the chain wrestling in the beginning. And this for what these two can do, this was I felt like a slower paced match. Obviously, you know, Seth Rollins and Shinsuke can do all the, high flying stuff and, suicide dives. And I believe we did see one or two dives in this match, but it was a slower paced match. It was, a lot of mind games, kind of knowing each other, knowing what each other are gonna do, things like that, which I definitely liked. Um, I I I don't really know who I wanted to win, or who I thought should win. Um, I do like this heel Shinsuke a little bit more. The more that I see it, when he first turned, I wasn't too sure about it, but I definitely like where they're going with it. But I definitely thought it was a good match.
All right. Moving on to AOP with Drake Maverick because they had Paul Ellering. He was like the perfect. And they're gonna put Drake Spud in there for no reason. Like absolutely. Like and also okay, hold up. Let me announce the match first, and then I'll get into my grapes. AOP with Drake Maverick versus The Bar with Big Show. First off, I didn't realize The Bar were champions. I was like, wait, what? Huh? Did I miss like, huh? I don't even remember who were champions the last time I watched SmackDown, to be honest. Was it New Day again, I think? I think it may have been New Day. Yeah, probably. I think it may have been New Day. Because I think they had just beat the Usos or whatever.
Yeah, those are the three teams that get the titles. So
true. But I don't know. I like the match. I thought it was weird the Big Show was with them. Cause okay. Like, all right then. Cool. Like I was like, all right, this gonna be a 3-way. You know, I mean, a 6-man tag. That's right. It's gonna be a 6-man tag. Spud gonna get in the. Nah, Spud gonna pin himself. Spud gonna pin himself. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Uh, oh, that's why you brought him in. You brought him in to manage a team that don't make no sense and pee on himself. Oh, yeah, you want to keep him on 12-5 Live to do actual things. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My fault. I was confused. Casey. I was. I'm sorry. I was confused. I thought, Spud good, bro. Spud good. Spud had a good heel run in Impacts. He did. He had a good heel run. I was hyped about the heel run. And then he come into WWE and he urinated on himself though. I'm just saying, like, but I get it, that he was scared, he's scared. But I don't know, man. I like the match though. The match was good. I just had to gripe about Spud. The match was good though. I like the match. I like AOP. I like AOP. I'm glad they're champions. It's good that they're. It's good that it's kind of a new champion. It's good that it's kind of a new, different than kind of the typical champions that we've had. This interest still ain't got that pushed over. But anyway, it's nice to see that AOP, they in there. So but obviously AOP won because the bar is, they ain't bad or nothing, but AOP, they too big, bro. They too big. Casey, thoughts on AOP versus the bar? Yeah, I know this your favorite tag teams to this day, still of all time. Not AOP, the bar. Maybe AOP.
this man always got to bring up one of my favorite tag teams ever.
I just want to get a push. That's all. Like I'm just saying. Like I like them as much as you do.
You know damn well they ain't gonna get a push ever because they too good. They too good. Oh my god. Yeah. First of all, okay. My first issue was with the bar coming out with Big Show. If this wasn't going to be a 6-man tag, if this was going to be a 6-man tag, no problem with it. It's fine. Bring a huge monster out for you. If he just gonna be in your corner, bruh, Sheamus was on the apron, and Big Show still made him look tiny. Come on, that just doesn't. It was bad. And I don't have a problem with Drake Maverick peeing on himself. I don't. In fact, when I finally debut after my training, that's gonna be my gimmick every match. Every match, no matter who I'm managing, I'm just gonna pee myself. That's it. That's gonna be it. Problem I had with it, he didn't wear like good colored pants like to really show that he peed himself. Like except for the fact that everyone was looking and Big Show laughed and the
You
comment.
know, they had that nice zoom in on the crotch area type that they did. I'm trying to figure out how that went over.
But he had like the gray pants and I couldn't really tell that he wet himself until they said it. Like you could have wore different pants. Like you wear khakis, you wear yourself. Everybody gonna see that. Everybody gonna see that. Uh, white pants, maybe.
I mean, you wear khakis and spill something on them, everybody gonna see it.
It's true. It's true. He should have worn the khakis. Um, but yeah, I like this. I thought this match was good. Other than that, I like the distraction finish at the end. With Drake Maverick peeing himself, getting the win for his team though. Yeah, sometimes you got to make
I
sacrifices.
love, I love at the end. I can't remember. Still can't tell them apart. They even got different haircuts now. I still can't tell them apart. But I think it was Razor or Akam, one of them. They were just. It was funny the look he gave Maverick. He was like, like, well, all right, dude. Like, I just thought it was funny.
My problem is they keep taking good, cruiserweights or like guys who could be in the Intercontinental title picture or the U.S. title picture and making them managers.
True, you right.
Spud, Leo Rush.
You right.
Who next?
I guess my issue is like you can do more than one thing. Like if you want to make them a manager to kind of let them talk a little bit more and like get their character over or whatever, cool. But like they can still wrestle. Like they didn't lose the ability just because they became a manager. Like I'm just saying.
I mean, like I'm okay with it. Like if somebody gets injured or hurt or something, and they can't compete for a couple weeks or whatever, and you still want to keep them on TV to kind of keep people invested in them and whatever. Okay, put them as a manager with somebody temporarily. But if you're gonna take a perfectly good talent in a division that needs the help, why? Especially a big signing like Leo Rush. Like, come on. I, and to me, it doesn't even make sense that Leo Rush and Bobby Lashley are together. Like, what do they have in common? Like at all?
They black. That's it. Like that's legit. Like the only thing. Like
That's literally all that I can think of. It's like, oh, they're black. Okay.
Oh, moving on. Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali. One of the best matches of the night, I think. I feel like I feel like they did a good job promoting this match at the very beginning for people who haven't watched 205 Live. Um, and I like that they keep incorporating 205 Live and the Cruiserweight Championship into the main roster pay-per-views, albeit that it's kind of on its own now. I think that's good. And I love both Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali. Buddy Murphy has kind of found his stride. They need to change this man's music, though. He can't be coming out here with Blake and Murphy music. He can't be doing that. Come on now. This man is the Cruiserweight champion. I mean, I know he took the music at the beginning, afterwards anyway, but still, come on. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. Which one took the music? I don't even remember really. Somebody took the music.
No. Originally, it was Buddy Murphy music. He just, let Blake use it with the tag team. That's what it was.
Okay. I get it. So does that mean like originally it was Roman Reigns music? He just let the Shield
Yeah.
use,
Yeah, no, that ain't it. That
they were just lazy. Okay. We weren't gonna bring that up anyway.
Speaking of Blake, what you at though?
you know, he, you know, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know at all. But this match is good though. I love both of these guys. I love Mustafa Ali. And I'm liking what they're doing with Buddy Murphy. He's kind of reinvigorating his career a little bit with the cruiserweight division, and I like it. I'm liking his heel stuff too. From what I've seen in the video package, his heel stuff looks like it's really good and fun to watch, and you know, fun to get behind too. Obviously Murphy won this match, but I think this is one of those matches that where you felt like you didn't know who was going to win, because especially if you haven't really watched 205 Live, you know, you really felt like it could go either way just because you haven't really seen it. So I liked it though. I thought this was by far one of the best matches of the night, and I enjoyed it. I definitely watched it again. Casey, thoughts on Buddy Murphy defeating Mustafa Ali?
I like um I don't know if I was excited more to see the title match, or just because I haven't really been able to watch 205 Live, and this is kind of a chance to actually see what's going on. And it's actually somebody that I like getting a title run, which that don't happen. That don't, either they get the title and they lose it the next night, or they get the title, they injure themselves and they relinquish it the next night, or they get a title match and they don't win it.
Or they never get a title match, you know.
That one's a big one too. That's a big one right there. That they never get, or they never get a rematch. That one. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I liked it. Obviously, these guys are two of probably two of the best. I'll be honest, I don't even know who's on 205 Live anymore. So I'm just assuming they're two of the best. It's on 205 Live.
But it gotta be. They're going after the title. That's how it work, right? Wait, Enzo did win it.
Ronda Rousey.
Did you hear he got thrown out on the pre-show?
I saw the video of the security guard attacking.
Hey, like she wasn't playing games. It's like they don't pay me by the hour, bro. They pay me by everybody I snatch. she was not playing games.
But like, what he really do though?
Right. Like I mean, like my thing is, you could at least said, "Hey, like sit down. You bothering the crowd here." Like at worst, like usually if somebody's standing up at a show, the security guard ain't gonna yank you out your chair. They're just gonna be like, "Hey, relax, brother."
Yeah, but like, was it actually during the pre-show, or was it like even before?
It was during the tag team match. The tag team.
Okay, because like I've been to WWE shows and pay-per-views where like before the show people will be rowdy and like screaming all the time and doing chants and whatever, which is kind of what he was doing. I mean, other than the fact that he's Enzo Amore and they hate him, what did he do though?
I mean, but like, is there something in his contract that said he's barred from ever coming to a WWE event ever? like what?
I don't know. I thought it was extreme. Like that, not even that. They could have hurt him, but like they could have hurt somebody.
They
Like,
did. Apparently they hurt some sort of female fan that was out there. Yeah, they had her on the stretcher, so lawsuit. She about to get the monies. Yeah.
you couldn't have just like escorted him out. You had to tackle him. Like this what.
Now tackling would have been more controlling. Like she yanked him. She yanked that man. She just yanked him and let him fall wherever he may.
True. The first time I saw it, it looked like a tackle, and then the next couple times I was like, she ain't even try. Like she just went and like, bruh. Anyway, what match were we talking about?
We were talking about Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali. Unless we wanted to, I think we got on that because of the cruiserweights.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely. And I keep saying this. I never do it, but definitely makes me want to get back into 205 Live. I won't. I won't. There's just too much wrestling every week. There really is. Like we got Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Impact. Now the promotion or the school that I'm training at has a show on Fight on Wednesdays.
Ring of Honor.
Every week. And what
Ring
else?
of Honor, New Japan.
Ring
They
of
all come on weekly.
Yeah, there's
You got that new what's that show where Mysterio is over? What's that called? That one.
the
That
Lucha one. Ring Warriors is a show that I've been watching. Like, there's so much for me to try to watch 205 Live too, bruh. I gotta get back into NXT too, and then there's NXT UK. Bruh, it's tough to be a wrestling fan. It really is. Y'all football fans got it easy. Y'all football fans.
I mean, shoot, y'all got Red Zone, bro. Y'all got Red Zone, so y'all ain't even gotta watch all the games.
You get all the touchdowns, all the like, bruh. But yeah, I definitely thought it was a good match. I didn't expect any title change or anything, but it was good. I liked it.
All right, the traditional 5-on-5. They didn't put it in the main event. They didn't put it in the main event. Traditional 5-on-5. This is the calling card of Survivor Series. But anyway, traditional 5-on-5 men's match. Team Raw: Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, and Bobby Lashley with Baron Corbin. Yes.
Would you say that this is the match that built up Survivor Series?
You know, I would say this is the reason why people watch Survivor Series. With Baron Corbin and Lio Rush going up again. I thought Baron Corbin was going to put himself in the match, and he didn't. Okay. Like I thought that was the whole point of him being the captain, was to put himself in the match. Like, I know he said, I know he did something with Kurt Angle. They had a match or something. But I can't, and obviously Kurt Angle lost because he's not anywhere in here. But I don't know. But going up against Team SmackDown, which was The Miz, Shane McMahon, because he the best in the world. Anyway, Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, and Jeffrey Nero Hardy. This match is pretty good. It was cool to see Lashley back doing Lashley things, you know, doing stuff in Taunton. I was hyped. I was like, okay, it's about time I saw some good Lashley stuff, you know. I think Dolph Ziggler had his hair straightened again tonight. And you know, I like the looks. I like it. I'm about to grow mine out, straighten it all the time, every day. You know, I like it. Shut up. Braun was, Braun. You know, I love the I love when Shane McMahon was going for the coast to coast and Braun hit him with that clothesline. I was like, okay. I was like, don't do him like that, bro. No, don't do him like that. But you know, this was pretty good. You know, Samoa Joe still floating in some sort of weird place instead of being champion. I'm just saying, you know, speaking of people who should take title off, the current champion that I don't want to mention right now, you know, I think he should switch brands and take it from him. You know, not the current champion of his brand, the other brand. I'll get to that in a minute. Team Raw won because that's what Team Raw does tonight. That's what they do. Casey, thoughts on Team Raw winning again? Again.
I'm not even mad that Team Raw won this match. It's things that happened in this match that I was like, what? Excuse me?
Would you say it was I don't know, Samoa Joe getting eliminated first? What was that?
That was one of them. That was
Then Finn Balor was like second or something, right? He was close. He was close behind.
Yeah. 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 Rey Mysterio.
Did he even get a 619 in?
I mean, Bobby Lashley did some good things, you know. No botching, good crisp.
Beast and monster can't give him the rest, you know.
My biggest issue was the finish. Like,
Yeah.
after going through all that and fighting and, not giving up, Shane McMahon just goes like this and lets himself get killed. Like, doesn't even fight back. Like,
I mean, that's what Shane McMahon does. He gets killed every match, every match he ever in.
but
Like,
like,
this is my issue. You know what my issue is? My issue is that Dolph Ziggler didn't get the pin. Cause like that's the whole basis of Shane McMahon even probably being in this match. Besides, Shane McMahon likes to be in matches, I guess.
like any other Survivor Series match that we watch, generally, when if it comes down to like a 3-on-1 or like 4-on-1, whatever, that one person on the opposing team will, fight and claw and at least eliminate one or two of the people on the opposing side before they get killed and, the other team wins. That didn't even happen here. Like, he just went, all right, kill me. And, like, bruh, I just, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't see the point in it. But, whatever. EJ.
True. Moving on. We got Ronda Rousey going up against Charlotte the Flair. Raw Women's Champion against SmackDown Women's Champion. You know what? After further review, the play staying. After further review, the call on the field is that this was a pretty good match. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I thought this was probably like the best Ronda Rousey match I didn't seen like ever. I mean, I ain't saying very much, but still, but still, it was. I thought she looked good in this match. I thought Charlotte looked good in this match. I mean, she started bleeding like immediately. Like she Triple H herself in this one. Like she started bleeding like immediately. I was like, what happened? Like, what caused this blood? I looked down and looked up, and like she was like bleeding from the mouth, and I'm like, bruh. I don't know exactly what the thing was with Charlotte at the end when she was snapping and hitting her with the chairs and stuff. But I mean, Ronda took every one of them shots because she was bruised up afterwards. Like she was cut up and bruised and nicked and all kinds of stuff. I was like, that. Well, dang. I mean, you had to do it like that, Charlotte. You could have took a little off of it, just a little bit, just a little. Nah, she wasn't playing games. Charlotte wasn't playing, But I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was pretty good. And the ending was interesting, and I wonder what it means and what it's gonna mean for this whole Charlotte Becky Lynch thing too. But Casey, thoughts on Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte?
I'm more into the Charlotte Becky thing than. I mean, I'll agree. This was probably one of the better Ronda Rousey matches we've seen, but I still think she is not by no means ready to be in the spot that she's in. To be champion, to kind of be the face of that show. She's just not ready, and I'm not saying that she won't be ready. I'm not saying that she can't get to that point. It's just she's not ready yet. Like, it, I don't know. Like, all these other legitimate MMA fighters.
Sonya Deville, you talking about, right? Sonya Deville.
Nah, she just cosplaying it as a. But like all these other, Shayna Baszler, Desmond Duke, Matt Riddle now.
Sonya Deville. Sorry. Oh, my bad. It slipped out.
They've all, before they came to WWE, well, except for Jasmine, but she's been, and Marina Shafir, they've been working in NXT, training in NXT up until now. But, Matt Riddle, Shayna Baszler, both came over to pro wrestling, trained, you know, you know, and worked up to getting to WWE. They didn't just, jump in and automatically be given a WWE championship you know, because why not? They're a big draw, and I get it. I do understand. Ronda is a big draw, but still, I personally wouldn't sacrifice quality of match and quality of show just for oh, they're a big draw. Um, it just I think if you get her trained better and get her ready, she's that much more of a draw when she gets better. Personally, I don't know.
Okay, okay. Moving on to the main event of the evening, Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion. You know how much that pains me to say. Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion, with Paul Heyman going up against Daniel Bryan, the WWE Champion. The weird part about this was the entire video package was AJ Styles. The entire thing. The entire thing. And Daniel Bryan's in the match. Like, don't get me wrong, like I'm cool with Daniel Bryan being a champion. I just thought it was weird that like it felt like the entire package was focused on AJ Styles, and then the champion's Daniel Bryan. But this match was not too bad. I'm kind of upset that Brock he got the red belt on him again. I'm just mad. I'm just a little mad about that. I'm a little mad about that. Daniel Bryan, his title way too big for his waist. Like it's way too big. Like they gotta get this man a smaller title. Like it's all the way up to his chest, man. The title is huge. I didn't realize that title was that big on AJ. Like maybe Daniel just smaller, but still, like, bruh. But I thought this was good, man. Daniel played that underdog role really well. I like the low blow, but not like a heel low blow. Just to like I do what it takes low blow. I like that. I think that's good. And that's how he won the title. So it makes sense. And obviously Brock's a guy you kind of have to use that on. I like that Brock did a couple of different things as far as like taking the match to the outside and stuff like that. And instead of just keeping it in the ring and suplexing all night. That was a good touch. At least it wasn't like the same thing over and over again, which I liked. But I mean, overall, I thought this match was not nearly as bad as I expected it to be. And I love Paul Heyman, even when absolutely nothing's on the line with bragging rights. Like this man is out there acting like if Brock Lesnar lose, he gonna have to retire like yesterday. Like it is hilarious. I love this man's reactions. He's just like, get up, bro. Come on, bro. Like he's like the extreme version of a manager from one of the video games. Like he like is the most extreme version of that. The ending at 5 was cool too. How the reversal, I thought that was nice. That was good. Instead of the typical, I mean, I think we all expected Daniel Bryan to go for the knee and then Brock Lesnar to catch him. But it was kind of cool to come out of the kind of submission type thing out of the guard a little bit and go into the F5. That was cool. I wish they would do, more unique things like that with Brock, but we didn't spend a whole year doing the same things with Brock and make people tired of him. So it's a little too late for that. But Brock won because I wish Daniel Bryan would have won because it would have been a surprise. It would have been cool. It would have it would have made like I don't know, like why? It was so close. It was so close, though. He was so close on so many occasions. It would just like I think legit Daniel Bryan could have won this match, and it would have felt like it was 6-6. Like it would have felt like it was 7-6 because of who he beat, and and however he had to do it. It don't matter how he does it. You know, it would just I just felt like it would have been a big deal, um, for SmackDown and Daniel Bryan, even though they lost the entire rest of the show. But Casey, thoughts on the main event of the evening as we wrap up for the good people?
Yeah. First of all, I agree with the Paul Heyman thing. I love his selling, and his reactions. He's one of the guys, one manager that I've really been kind of studying more recently, because he does have like the best over the top reactions,
In
he,
everything, like he can legit just be standing there, and you're like,
yeah, like he
he's
could be
reacting.
ordering a sandwich at a sub shop and just it would be the greatest thing ever. But I would personally have booked this match a little bit differently. First of all, I get it. You know, he's the beast incarnate, whatever. Why does this man have to just kill people in every match? Like that that kind of gets boring. It really does. And there's no point in it. And like you said, I think Daniel Bryan could easily have, well, not easily have won this match, but could have won this match just with the fact that with how many people have always said that Daniel Bryan is one of the best professional wrestlers in the business today, along with like AJ Styles. He's one of the best, period. So he could legitimately have come into this match, yeah, gotten beaten down and all that stuff, but still come back and, you know, beaten Brock Lesnar somehow to make it feel like, okay, he actually, found a way to beat Brock Lesnar, whether it be, you know, um, ring IQ or, just speed, agility, whatever he had to use, he could have used it and it would have been like, okay, yeah, he actually beat Brock Lesnar. You didn't have to kill him for just to kill him. And I mean, yeah, he had some good, offense in this match. It wasn't just completely Brock Lesnar destroying him. And I did like his kind of confidence in this match and stuff like that. But I'm just getting tired of Brock Lesnar just destroying people just because he's a beast. It's like it's kind of the same reason I got tired of Lashley when he was in Impact, because he just destroyed people, and it felt like nobody had a shot to beat him just because he was built as like this unstoppable monster. And while
Well, and then too, they also didn't do a good job of when somebody finally did beat him, it didn't feel like it was a big deal. And that like with guys like that, if you're gonna go that course and do that over and over and over again, then when somebody finally beats him, it needs to be a big deal. I think then, and for example here, I think, and it's hard because Joe's a heel and Brock's a he. Or, well, I don't know if Brock's technically a heel, but I mean people don't really like him, and he's kind of a heel. It would be good to put Samoa Joe over with him. He's a guy that they could do, but at the same time, they're not on the same brand, so it kind of screws them. I don't know who exactly they would put in that spot, to be honest. Who did he just beat? He just beat somebody to get it back. I can't remember who it was.
who?
Yeah,
Oh,
he just beat Braun. It was Braun. That
yeah,
would be a good one. It would be good to put Braun over. But then again, now you're going back to, you're gonna have the same type of champion, albeit Braun can do more, but or they allow Braun to do more, I should say. I don't think Brock cannot do anything. I think it's just what he's allowed to do. Um, I think Braun can do more, but at the same time, it's like it's the same type of champion. Do you really want the same type of champion back? We already had Brock for a year, more than that now. Do you really want the same type of champion, the same powerful, dominant type of a champion, or do you want something a little bit different? Um, I guess it. I think the fans want something a little bit different. I think WWE probably wants the same crap. Yeah. as we wrap up here on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic. This is your WWE Survivor Series 2018. I don't know why I'm talking so fast. I really don't. But this is your WWE Survivor Series 2018 review. We hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment. Let us know what you thought on Twitter. Be sure to ICW_podcast. What?
You said that a little bit fast, right? It wasn't fast.
And be sure to follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. And for those who don't know the fast English, I give you the slow one. ICW_. You got the underscore in there. Podcast.
You gotta do a little bit slower for the real slow people.
ICW_. Podcast. You know, is that good? Is that good right there? That right there?
That's good. I think good.
And you can like the Facebook page as well, facebook.com/ICW podcast. No underscore. We'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye. Tell us what you think. Adios. See you.